Okay, welcome to part 2. I've had a quick check and all seems tickety-boo. In fact, it's uploading to YouTube as I type or drive this. So, on with part 2. I've just hooked up with my trailer, and here we go. So, let's see where we're going. I don't think we are. Yes, we will get around there. Just about. Yes. I had a go on my friend's. What do they call it? The headset that you wear. Something 5 LR5 something. And it was good. It wasn't brilliant in my view. It's something that you definitely have to get used to. But for now, I'm sticking to manual, doing that, and risk hitting something. But that's it for now. So, I think the judders a bit more in this. It could be a Bandicam setting, I don't know. But with all the hassle I've had, I really don't mind. If I was serious about my videos, I am in real life because that's my living, but if I was serious about my YouTube videos, then I'd look into it and get it done really properly. But I'm not, you know, after all the hassle, this is still a works machine for me. And what I'm doing now, recording ETS2 on Bandicam videos, is pleasure. It's leisure. It's a hobby. And I'm not going to tinker with it because I just want it to work. I do not want it to blue screen all the friggin' time. Right. Where are we going? Excuse me. We are going to Lublin. Dublin with an L. 16-ton digger. Okay. A right turn. I think 1.9 has got lots of improvements, and from what I've seen, it's got better, a more advanced AI, which is good news from what I've seen. I'm sure it's got some other bits and bobs as well, but yeah, looks really good. And as I said in part 1, it's due out any day as far as I can tell, and I think once I've done that and, you know, downloaded it and installed it, you know, upgraded or whatever to that version, I'm going to look at pro mods, which I think adds a bit more interest as well, and I don't think it's going to make the computer crash. So time will tell, as I keep saying, but time will tell. I think this computer, no, I know this computer's been off the road more than it's been on. It's like a bad car. But let's hope that DVC, bless them, in Hove in Brighton, have sorted it out. I've got a clean PC, as I'd call it. They reinstalled Windows 7 for me and just put my video editing gear called Edius. They put that on, they did a few tests, and they're happy with it. And from what I've done and seen, I'm happy with it. So there you go. What else will I have to talk about? My God. On most, if not all, of the previous videos I've done, I've been whinging about my PC. Oh, I had a blue screen of death, blah blah blah. Let's hope it's a thing of the past. Right. What time have we got? 2:03. Still pretty busy. I wonder if they've done... You're coming, excuse me. I've had a long day. Sorry about that. I wonder if they've done anything to the lights, because that's normal lights and that's way too dark for me. Way too dark. So I drive with high beam on. I know I bloody speed a lot. Yeah, you have to watch that. Trouble is, having a fast truck, you know, I don't want to... Here we go, income, love it. I don't want to dawdle along. And a friend of mine it puts the limiter on, you know, the speed limiter or whatever it's called, speed restriction, and I think he wants it to be more, you know, really like a truck, but I can see his point, I suppose, but I want to get from A to B on this game, and it is just a game. I want to get from A to B as quickly as possible and safely as possible without trashing my truck trasher. And that accident I had yesterday or the day before, people are flashing me there, it cost me 32,000 and the engine kept cutting out. I did hit the Armco on the motorway at a hell of a whack, but it was 32 or 36% damage, and not good. So luckily, I had to go. See, that's what happens. Look at that, 19%. Why did that stop? Why did that stop? Is this a railway line or something? Oh, here we go again. You know what? I'm gonna resave this, reload from 5 minutes ago. I'm not taking that because I'm waffling on. I'm not taking that at all. Right. This is a bit of a cheat. Load game. Show autosaves. Thursday 1:33, 2:21. Let's do that. Let's see where we are. Damage. No, that's okay. That is very wrong what I've just done. A, it was wrong to crash, but I was concentrating on waffling along. B, I was wrong to go back. You can't do that in real life. And there's me just saying about my mate who's got a speed limiter on his truck to make it more real to life. Well, it would surely be a different world if we could all go back in time and do things differently. Still, I have just done that, so there we go. I will be careful. I bet we don't see the same truck again, and I bet you he doesn't just stop like that. I don't know if it's my screen, which is a very good screen. It's an Asus PB278Q, but I can't see that road very well. You can flash all you like. Bam, bam. Okay, we've only got 1,600 kilometres to go. That's about 1,000 miles. Now, is that truck in front of me? The same one? I wonder. I'm just going to really drive careful. Really drive careful. I'm still pleased with my Logitech G27. A friend of mine has got a bigger, better one, but I like this one. It was more expensive, his one. Let's see what we're going to do here. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, his is sort of more solid. I can't remember the make of his. I think I'm going to have to turn my office lights off because I really cannot see this screen very well. I'll do that in part 3. What was I saying? About the mate of mine, yes. But yeah, all good stuff. 53,000. I think it pocketed the driver's income, Mark or someone. Everybody's flashing me, flashing me, flashing me. I don't give a effing shit, effing shit, effing shit. I shouldn't say that on here. Ooh, I hope the roads aren't like this forevermore, because this is going to take an age. One day, when I have the time and the inclination, I'm going to time... You've got country roads, obviously, and you've got motorways, obviously, but I'm going to time an approximation, like how to do 10 kilometres or 50 kilometres, how long it takes, so I can gauge before I do each job. It's not just down to the income, it's obviously down to the time it's going to take me, because I don't get an awful amount of time. I don't like play for 3 hours in one go, because my lifestyle isn't like that. But I just like to time it so I've got a fairly accurate idea based on the distance to travel of how long it's going to take approximately. And I think, you know, you could be fairly accurate. I don't think I'm far out with my calculations already. I worked out, as I said earlier, something like I think it was 3 minutes. No, could it be 3 minutes for 100? Yeah, 3 minutes for 100 kilometres. Sounds fast, but I think it was. That was on a motorway, though. Yeah, it was something like 30 kilometres for 1 minute. So it wasn't too far out, I don't think. But anyway, what's Matey Boy going to do? He's going to come straight across. Okay. See, I don't think that'll be happening in the version 1.9. And certainly not from a fellow trucker. Idiot. I bet he puts his brakes on down here for no reason. It wouldn't surprise me if he does. And it's a Scania as well. Oh, you devil, you turncoat, you. Yeah, what did I say? What did I say? What a freaking idiot. There's nothing on the road and he goes to stop. I'll turn my headlights off just so I can flash the twat. Freaking idiot. Yeah, I think we can safely say goodbye to those incidents with 1.9 from the limited research I've been able to do. But the consequences of such behaviour are quite dire, quite severe, as I say, because that last one cost me 19%, I think it was. Wow. That's not going to be a cheap repair, and taking out of 51 or whatever I'm due, 61 and a half grand, you know, 32 grand is a lot. Having said that, I mean, it's simple, you know, it's a simple case of I don't want to, it's economics, isn't it? You don't want to bloody lose that sort of money. But luckily, oh, I hope I'm not getting a dodgy throat. Hopefully, my drivers will bring that in, that sort of money in. You know, during some of my epic journeys. But I'd rather have that straight in the bank, a net amount, rather than just to pay off a fine or a repair. But 32 grand, wow. That's a third of a Volvo, or quarter of a Scania. Crazy money. Excuse me. It's a lovely sky, lovely dawn up there. Where are we? Oh, all the twos on the kilometres done. Look at that. 22222. I'm going to get down to about 1,000 kilometres. Whoa. And then do part 3. Methinks. Methinks. Everything seems to be going quite well. Shouldn't say things like that. Yeah, it looks a nice dawn. I'm okay for petrol, and I'm okay for sleep. Almost 5 hours of sleep. Lovely, lovely. I generally like to go down to around about 2 hours, 1.5 hours, just for safety's sake. Other people I know go down to like 5 minutes and stuff, but you've got to really time it well, to do that, because the only place I sleep is in a petrol station or in a motel or hotel. Hotels generally without the trailer on, but garages with the trailer on, and don't have much issue with that. And generally I kind of treat it as one-stop shopping. I will, even if I don't need it, I will always fill up my tank for the 20 seconds it takes when I'm in a garage, and then just pull forward. I'll see, look at that, Driver Martin, 15 grand, lovely. I can probably afford to buy some day nurse with that money then, or some throat lozenges. Yeah, so I use it as one-stop shopping, and whilst I can, I'll fill up. That's what I do. I'd like to find out if 1.9 you can vary your sleep, because I hate it if you've got a good time, you've made good time on your delivery, on your journey, but then you need to get. I had this the other day. I was about something like, I don't know, 24 kilometres. It wasn't that, but something like 24 kilometres from my drop, but I had like 5 minutes left or something like that, and I was like 12 hours ahead of schedule. But because I didn't want to get repeatedly fined for no sleeping, I was so close to the destination, but I had to get 9 hours kip. And of course that was okay, I didn't lose out, but I'd have rather arrived sooner. And as far as I'm aware, you can only get 9 hours. It's default. You can't choose it, whereas I think you should be able to choose it, because in the real world, if you were close to a deadline or something like that, you wouldn't sleep for 9 hours, you'd sleep for 3 hours or something, and you'd make it up somehow. So I think there should be a way in future versions to speed limit, to say how many hours you're going to sleep. So when you pull up, you can either press enter and get the full 9 hours, or somehow you dial in 4 hours or 5 hours or something like that. I think that would be good. Oh wow, where's that? Where am I? Liege. Oh right. Okay. Now we know. See, what I would normally do is do that, 4 hours and 7 minutes, look at the map, and we've got one up there which is only in real time a couple of minutes away, and I'm probably looking round about here or even there to stop for sleep and fuel. $5.29. Lovely, lovely. I think we're putting about 16 tons, aren't we? Yeah, 16 tons. I'm not going to get in this lane. I'm going to get in this lane. I'm all over the bloody shop here. Very impressive pylons here. Huge, weird shapes. Okay, I wonder where the street lights go out, because it's actually lights off time for me. Wow, look at that. God, have I been here before? Have I been here before? Yeah, I think, have I? yeah, it goes yellow, doesn't it? So I must have been here before. Wow, I've never noticed that before. They look big old planes, they do. Just take a slug of water. That's where I crashed into the Armco. That's what happens, you see, because I'm easily distracted. Let me just put escape on this. Sorry about this. This ain't going to be the most interesting video you've seen, but I have had a break. I'm a bit rusty. Okay. You hear me slurping away now. I can't wait to see what other changes and improvements whoa, slow down, that 1.9's got. Here we go, leveled up. So does that mean she's just bought me some more money? And yeah, I think she has, because I think I was on 77,000, so that's about 4,000, isn't it? Yeah, to show you what I've got at the minute, if you'll pardon the expression. Company manager. I'm pretty impressed with this. It's taken a lot of time to do it. So I've got 6 garages. I've got about 19 trucks, I think. Obviously you have a truck for every employee. 17 trucks I've got. Or have I? No, I've got 20 trucks. There we go, look at that. I think the Volvos are brilliant. That's probably my second favourite. The Scania is my first favourite. I don't really like anything else. I think I've had everything else, but I just don't like it. And I feel really at home in the Scania. It's just like a real car or truck, that you get used to where everything is on it, and its sort of behaviour, if you like, its handling. So I've got the Scania R, excuse me, which is uprated to 730. You don't need that big an engine. I don't think you do. I would be happy with something like a 540 or something like that, and certainly for the drivers, generally I keep it lowish now, and I don't think you gain anything by giving them a really good truck. I might be wrong, but I don't think you do. So there we are, back to driving. Pretty impressed with that though. I'm on level 27, I think, and you wouldn't believe it from the way I drive, but I'm actually classed as an instructor now. Yeah, mad, isn't it? An instructor who drinks water whilst he's driving and coughs a lot, clears his throat a lot. Let's go out here. The steering isn't the same as the original Scania. I think I demoted, that's the wrong word, but I let go of that Scania. That was my favourite one, certainly for handling, but one of the female drivers has got that now. I think it was a white one, I can't remember now. Lovely old bus. This one is lovely, but I've never really got the steering or the brakes properly sorted on it, but I can't be done with faffing about for bloody hours just getting it all right, you know. But it's fine for now, fine for its purpose, what I need it. A friend of mine who's got this program, he really favours the Volvos in a really good practical way, because he says they've got 1,400 litre tanks, which means he fills up like every second or third job, which is great economical sense really, because you don't waste any time, but you've still of course got to sleep, and no matter what truck you have you can't get away from needing to sleep. But I'm very, very happy with this simulated Scania. I think they look good, they certainly behave well. Yep, I love it, but I think the Volvo would be my second choice. But I like the Scania. So where are we now? We're at 1340 odd kilometres. We have got 2 hours 54. So let me just look at the map, and I think it's as I said. I reckon I'm not going to go there. I reckon I think I've got enough to get down there. I'm pretty sure I'll have enough time to get down there. So that's where I'm going to stop, just down there. And hopefully that's the right decision. I'm pretty sure it is, though. I reckon it'll take... Well, it won't take long anyway. I'll have plenty of change out of the 2 hours 50 minutes I've got showing there. And that's just right then, I think. If I've planned it right. So, looks like, are we getting off here? No, we're not. I do tend to chunder it down pretty fast. Chunder it, whatever that means, but really foot to the floor. And you can... the fastest I've been, stupidly, in this truck is 134 kilometres an hour, which is really stupid. If you hit a bend and you're not concentrating, you're in trouble. I've hit a bend there, and for once I was concentrating-ish, and it's not too bad. Obviously you can't really do that on a country road, but on motorways it's not too bad. Then of course you've got to be aware of observing speed limits, because they are hefty. They're something like £440, or units or euros, whatever we're dealing with. It's in set to pounds, so it must be £440. Wow, you know, it's a mega amount. And you're on a smaller trip, like £4,000 or £5,000. That's like a tenth, and you get a couple of them. And is it worth doing it? Don't know. But they are hefty, man. In fact, a speeding fine, I think, is more... How much is an accident? $320? It's just crazy. It's like out of proportion almost. Traffic lights, I think, is... I haven't done that for a while. That's quite hefty. And yet, I would have thought they're all pretty dangerous. But the sleep, going over the sleep limit is £120 a time. I don't know. Right. We're doing pretty well. Looks a nice day again. 7:23. We're going straight on. It is a stupid speed, what I'm doing, but it is a simulator. Everything's working fine at the moment. And long may that continue. Overtaking cars overreact when you drift out. I do. You'll wait for him to get past again. I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to. Quite like that steering. Watch this. You watch me crash into the bloody embankment there, into the wall. That will learn me, won't it? That will teach me. I better slow down because I do not want any major problems. I want to get that 61.5 grand in the bank. So I think I'm going to slow down. Also because I've got to come off here. I noticed that the gear changing down doesn't have a noticeable effect like it would in real life on the speed. Right, I think we're going to be okay. We're just going to do a left turn. It's going to be the first garage we see. That's not so bad. And we've got, we've got an hour and a half. That's plenty of time. We'll be there in literally a couple of minutes. Yeah, I noticed that the gear changing doesn't have a noticeable effect on the speed, whereas it would. Use your engine as a brake. It would in real life. You could, if you wanted to, you could use the gears to slow down, but it doesn't really have a lot of impact in this simulator. I'm going to, if I've got time, get back into the captain's seat as well in FSX. I haven't actually played that. In fact, it was removed from my computer in one of the many bloody reloads of Windows 7, but I haven't played it since I got this game, which was in September. So that is going to be rusty. But I really like it, and I've started watching again the videos on YouTube of it. I think it's a fascinating game. And I didn't ever I didn't favour this over it. It's just that I preferred to play this. You know, I haven't got rid of FSX. It's just that I was this game, this simulator, dominated my leisure time, if you like. And because of all the problems I was having on the computer as well, I simply didn't reload FSX and whatever. But I'm going to do that in the next week or so if I can. I've got a busy filming schedule coming up, but excuse me, if I've got the time, I'm going to reload it and just get sort of gently back into it as well. So I'll be running ETS2 and FSX, and see how I get on with that. I'll obviously use the same chair, but I've got a different yoke for the aircraft, and I'll just put that on the desk as well and see how I get on with it. It's all good stuff. Right, I think we are coming up to a brake stop. And I am going to slow down. Yeah, we're not too far away at all. Not too far away at all, a couple of miles. We'll see the signs in a little while. And I think for part 2, this is where I'm going to leave it. It's close to 1,000 K. It's 11:41, and I think that would be a good time to leave it. I've been on here, what, 15 minutes or so. And that's a good point to leave it, I think. Great timing. And I'll fill up with juice as well, with diesel. I don't need to, but I will. Approaching at 50 miles an hour. Not clever. Okay. I think I'm going to go on the left, behind that truck. Will it let me? No, it won't. Probably because I'm parked skew-if. Let's go over here then. It will let me park over here. And it doesn't mind how I park. See, I can stop anywhere here. But that's fine. I'll stop there. Handbrake on. See you in 9 hours or part 3. Cheers.